Hi friends, I'm Jesse from ShrinkRC with a channel update. This is the Xtra Cab Vanquish I've been working on. I just put a coat of genuine Toyota Silver Streak mica on it. So I went and glued the doors on this and the hood. If you've been following me, you know that I already did that, but the thing is I had to do it again. I had done it before with a CA type product that I thought was working really well, and I had a really minor bump on the body before I even painted it, the door came off, and I started looking and everything was really coming off kind of easily, and I pulled everything off. I wound up sanding everything down, and I used JB plastic weld to put everything back on, then resanded it all again, of course, and that's how I got to here. So I'm going to be switching to JB plastic weld on my builds where I'm joining plastic to plastic. I have no affiliation with them. When I tell you guys this stuff, most of the time it's just because that's what I use. So this truck is now pretty much ready for interior, and I've got something special planned for the bed. We'll see if it works out. It's going to be a flatbed style build, and I've already lightened the interior a lot because by gluing the doors on and gluing the hood on, I was able to eliminate all of the metal and magnets and hinges and all that stuff, and it's really quite a bit. So I took all that stuff, dropped it, and I also grinded off a lot of the extra plastic that wasn't needed. I grinded out the magnet under the hood because I don't need it now that the hood is on there permanently. I did all this because I've built a couple extra cabs, and the last one I built, I thought it looked really good, but it was so top heavy that it took some of the fun out of it for me sometimes. And that was on this chassis actually. And this chassis since then had that body on it, and then I stole that body, put it on that. That's the Axial Pro, we'll get to that. So I wanted this extra cab back on here, but I didn't want it to be as heavy as last time, and that's why I've been going through all this trouble. So I grinded off extra tabs, grinded off the magnet. We're not going to be putting in any of the door magnets, any of that stuff. I'm going to be really trying to keep this pretty light. You can kind of see what I did under here. But that's the stage that's at. Time for a bed, interior, and whatever I'm going to do for graphics. Got a couple of ideas. I might put some, I've got some orange, I think they're called OMF style, whatever those beadlock rings are. I don't know if those will go in here. I think they might. Let me know your opinion. Then next topic I want to talk about is the Axial Pro, because I'm now shipping the 2-door mounts. We had the Mojave 2-door mount for the Axial Pro as sort of a single secret menu item. You had to write to me so we could talk about it. I decided to go ahead and make the single cab a permanent item on the website. It's just got an asterisk next to it, big notes about how it's really for the cab only. It's not for doing this full kind of a build with a bed, because this body doesn't really fit on that chassis easily. And one of the things we do with our kits is they're not all easy, but they all make sense and they're all doable without having to really fabricate a bunch of your own stuff. And this body just doesn't go on that chassis very well, unless you want to do a cab only, flatbed style or truggy style. Well, then it's really no big deal. It's no difference to put this cab on there, that cab. So we're going to go ahead and offer up the mounts for that on the Axial Pro. Those are on the website now, and that's the new update on that. It's going to follow the same sort of patterns. If you want to have a big old tire on it, you're going to need to cut this much. If you don't want to cut that much, well, you're going to have to put a smaller tire. What other updates did I have for you guys? I decided on a color for the Ford. It's going to be Ford blue, and we're going to black out all the trim on it. That's going to be a Class 0 frame on the G-Speed chassis. Oh, and I know what else I wanted to tell you guys about. The Golanda FJ. I got some new electronics for it. New receiver, Futaba to use with my Futaba, of course. That's what I like to use. And I got a couple of these. I grabbed a couple of them. I ordered them a couple weeks ago. They weren't in stock, and I wanted to make sure to get some. These are the Hobby Wing Fusion SE motors. I have the Fusion the Fusion Pro, 2300 kV in this truck. And I really, really like it. But these are made by the same company, of course, and very similar product, not as fancy of a can around it. Some of the electronics are, I don't know, it doesn't have some of the features that the other one has that I don't know what they are and I don't use them. So I'm really, really excited to try this because they cost half as much. So I bought two of them. One of them is going to go in the cruiser along with a new receiver. So we got, you know, really good control on that. And then the other one of these and the other receiver, I'm going to put them in with the Ford on the Class 0 chassis. Class 0 means that the tires are going to be like 3.9 size and something really small like that. And that truck's not going to have much lift to it, probably. So I'm going to try out these motors in a couple trucks. I'm really excited about that. I'm into the blacked out, you know, chrome like on that truck. That's it, but that happens a lot to me. I like my RC trucks to look the way I like real life trucks to look. And in real life, I like blacked out stuff. I don't like a lot of chrome. So eventually, some of the chrome you see around right now is going to turn black. So paint it black, right? That's all the updates for now, guys. Thanks for watching.